What a game, what a game, what a game. Welcome back to the Raptors RapUp podcast. I am your host, Arvind Lingam, and man, the Raptors come up short in overtime. Just could not get the job done. Kyrie Irving on fire in this game, on flames, 43 points, 11 assists in this game, unstoppable in that fourth quarter and overtime. Raptors had absolutely no answer. He was hitting left-handed bank shots with contact, jumpers, fadeaways, in the lane, getting to the lane, off glass, beautiful finishes. He was all in his bag tonight, and man, did the Celtics need every single basket he had. Jason Tatum came out and started firing threes from the outside, getting in the lane, was clutch in that overtime, clutch free throws, a good runner in the lane, and was playing well. But man, the Raptors come so close. You could blame it on a lot of things tonight. The refs making some questionable calls. Second, Lowry's bad shooting. Third, Leonard not making that final shot to win the game. And 4, you can blame it on Van Vliet's poor shooting and poor start to the regular season altogether. And you can also blame it on Nick Nurse's lack of creativity on that final play. It was just an ISO play once again. And you know, ISO plays, they're like pretty much like a 20% chance at this point of them going in. And what do you know, if you play the odds, the shot didn't go in. The Raptors lose a third straight time. Man, the series is now even 1-1. Raptors won the first time at their house, and the Celtics now defended their home court. But the Raptors will see the Celtics more than once this season. They'll see him 2 more times. So, you never know. This could be the tiebreaker to determine who gets the first seed in the conference. But man, the Raptors should have won this game. Definitely needed this game to get off their stride. They battled hard. This is the best Raptor performance in the past 3 games, because in that fourth quarter against the Pistons, that was a shit show right there. And then the Pelicans game, don't even talk about that. That was just a terrible game overall by everybody in that game. But the Raptors played hard in this game. After allowing the Celtics to play relatively easy in that first quarter, the defense really locked up in that second, third, and fourth, but just could not put the nail in the coffin in this one. But honestly, the questionable calls, the 6th foul tipping it over, I believe Jason Tatum actually, and gets called for the foul, and off he goes. He gets fouled out, and then Siakam's trying to push Gordon Hayward out of the way to get the ball, a loose ball foul, and what do you know, he's gone too. So honestly, with all the physical contact and no calls that was going on in the game, you expect those loose ball fouls not to be called as much, but the refs blew a tight whistle sometimes and then were relatively swallowing the whistle on some other times. So there were some Leonard drives that he wasn't getting the foul call, expecting physical play, we're just going to allow it to happen, and then they allow some soft fouls on the other end as well. Not to say calls weren't going both ways, but those are 2 vital calls to get 2 of the Raptors' top 5 players off the court, and it hurt. 2 Raptors get fouled out in this game, and the Celtics don't even have anybody with 5 fouls. That could also be a factor of the depth, because the Raptors lose OG Anunoby early in the game after getting hit and fouled hard, sent to the court, and injures his wrist, and did not return to the game after. He started off pretty strong at 5 points in 9 minutes and thought he was going to get it going, but he got injured and didn't return, and Nick Nurse went with a tight 8-man rotation. So with 8 man, you're going to get tons of more playing time, tons of more fouls accumulated, and that's what happens. But the Raptors needed Danny Green, because Danny Green's defense was not only something that the Raptors definitely needed on this night, but his 3-point shooting. For God's sakes, the Raptors could not hit threes from the outside. Leonard couldn't hit a shot all game from the outside. Lowry made 1 of 6, and don't even get me started with Van Vliet, man. Van Vliet is struggling, and it's terrible to see. He went 0 of 6 in front of the field, all threes, all misses. Man, just Van Vliet was voted as the worst player tonight. A minus 18 on the court. just could not get anything going whatsoever. And then Danny Green on the opposite side was the highest plus minus on the team. But in the minutes that Danny Green was playing, he was the best player on the court for the Raptors. And man, every time he was on the court, good things were happening. But he wasn't on the court enough because he got fouled out on some bad calls. But you can't blame it all on the refs. The Raptors had to take this game and win it. Lowry with some bad shooting on this game. Made a couple clutch baskets in that overtime, but not enough. Leonard had a big game. 31 points and 15 rebounds in this game. But man, it wasn't not enough. He needed to make one more jumper in that fourth quarter to win this game. And he shot it short, shooting over Marcus Morris. And that was it. The Raptors did a good job defending initially, but Irving broke down the defense in that overtime and fourth quarter, and the Raptors had no answer. They tried putting Kawhi Leonard on him, but they kept getting screens and got Leonard off of him. He took Lowry to the hole. He took Van Vliet, DeLon Wright. All those guys all got scored by Irving on the night. He was just on fire. Just took over this game. But man, it's so close. Just could not get over that little hump. Siakam had a good game. Ibaka had an amazing game. The bench, gotta point out the bench. The bench struggled once again. Everybody on that bench was a negative plus minus. JV was getting manhandled by Baines inside. And honestly, the guards don't seem like they're creating as much opportunities and great looks as they did last year. I don't know what's happening. Whether it's Bambley's struggles or DeLon Wright's bad chemistry with JV or something, because that chemistry he had with Pirtle was fantastic, but not enough great looks. And without CJ Miles and Norman Powell, you're gonna have to be playing with Siakam instead. And Siakam's great and all, but he doesn't space the floor as well as the other guys. And honestly, it's tough. The Raptors could not put this one away. And honestly, the Raptors have to look forward, because the Raptors play tomorrow night in Chicago back-to-back. Chicago just played their back-to-back as well. So both teams will be tired. Most likely Kawhi Leonard will not play in this game. But man, to lose this game and then him not playing, it's just a double problem. Man, Raptors gotta bounce back tomorrow. Should be an easy one. Hopefully the Raptors get their stuff together. Hopefully OG's injury is not that severe either. Both Danny Green and Serge Ibaka came back from injury and they were relatively healthy. But man, so close, guys. On to the next one. Peace. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Smash that like button, guys. Until next time. Deuces.